The Hudson family created the Hudson-King Foundation out of their tragedy.
Jennifer and Julia were completely devastated by everything that happened. Both women tried to stay out of the eye of the press and only spoke occasionally during the time of the trial. Jennifer told Us Weekly that part the reason she stayed quiet for so long was because she had trouble connecting with people who hadn't experienced that kind of tragedy. It's frustrating as hell to me to have somebody who ain't lost nothing try to talk to me about it. I want to say, don't even bother, because you know nothing. But you never know how much you can get through until you're going through it. Since then, however, both women have risen out of the ashes and have sought to use this tragedy to make a difference in the world. Jennifer has said she has found a way to forgive the killer and owes her mother everything. She says that her son saved her life and helped pull her out of the depression that swept in after the loss of her family. Even more than that, she and her sister are now seeking to help anyone who has been touched with this specific type of loss in their family. They began the Hudson-King Foundation for families of slain victims, which is all about getting care. This includes everything from shelter to grief counseling. The foundation has since been revamped as the Julian D. King Foundation to provide stability, support, and positive experiences for children of all backgrounds to help enable them to grow to be productive, confident, and happy adults.
Balfour was sentenced to life in prison for the Hudson murders.
By the end of the trial, at which Balfour didn't even testify, both the judge and jury were convinced that Balfour was guilty. The sentencing judge even went on to say that he thought it was horrible that Balfour would ever say he loved Julian and that your heart is an Arctic night and your soul is as barren as dark space. After the jury found him guilty, the judge imposed 3 consecutive life sentences for Balfour, with an additional 120 years on top of that for home invasion, possession of a stolen motor vehicle, and of course, the aggravated kidnapping of Julian. While he has spoken to the media since his sentencing, Balfour still claims he is innocent. Balfour has said that, "I didn't have nothing to do with the case and don't know who had anything to do with the case." The courts, however, continue to disagree, and he is still currently serving out his sentences. Even after sentencing, Balfour still maintained his innocence.
Balfour had a long criminal record.
Another strike against Balfour was the fact that he had a long criminal record. Besides the substance abuse problems and dealing, he actually had an attempted murder on his record. At age 17, he stole a car but was caught by the owner, who grabbed a hold of. The police got involved, and during the chase, Balfour tried to shake the man off, but had eventually crashed into a telephone pole and fled on foot. The owner of the car suffered burns from fallen electrical wires at the telephone pole, as well as other injuries. This same man later testified against Balfour at the Hudson murder trial. Balfour was tried for attempted murder for these crimes and was sentenced to 7 years in jail. It was only after he was released and reunited with Julia that he seemed to turn over a new leaf, and the two eloped. But as it turned out, Balfour had not changed as much as everyone had hoped.
Balfour claimed he was innocent despite the evidence against him.
Balfour claimed he was innocent despite the evidence against him. Balfour stalked the family before murdering them.
Balfour had been abusive to his wife.
Balfour had been abusive to his wife.
Jennifer had always disliked him.
Jennifer had always disliked him.
The killer had a very rough life.
The killer had a very rough life.
It might have been a crime of revenge.
It might have been a crime of revenge.
Balfour initially kidnapped the child, then shot him and left him.
Balfour initially kidnapped the child, then shot him and left him. Jennifer's mother, brother, and 7-year-old nephew were shot to death.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.